What's up, everybody? Welcome back to episode 5 of the PERMABANTER podcast. You already know it's me, Jeremy Ryan Fiorito, the 15th, out here, Chunky Tuesday, with my wonderful, sweet, beautiful co-host. What's your name? Tell me, I don't know it.
LeBron James. Sometimes I shoot the basketball, shoot threes, swoosh.
Yeah.
What's up, everybody? It's Matthew Sefik, Matt's Foodie Eats, Sefixada. You know, the works. Put that topping on your ice cream, baby boys. Baby boys. Anyway, how are we doing, Jeremy?
Hey, we're doing great, man. Doing great. Glad to be here. You know, podcast is over 1 month old. We have a 1 month old child together.
You're going to say
currently.
Over 1 million views.
No.
Not yet.
Yeah, super stoked to be doing this with everybody here. Thank you guys for everyone who's been following along on our journey. This is just the beginning. We will be kissing every episode, but you'll have to wait for the entire episode to see if we actually do it.
Within no time, it will be 1 year. And we'll be over 1,000 views at that point.
Yeah, and we'll have a baby together.
We'll have children.
Nope, don't say that. No. But, you know, starting it off, we have a couple big segments today. We are doing our most overrated and underrated games and our best single-player game experiences. The best ones up there. But, Matt, why don't you get us started with some freaking news, baby, the usual.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, do we have any updates for both you and I?
Oh my gosh, yeah, weekly updates. We have to do High-Low Buffalo, my gosh. You start, High-Low Buffalo.
My parents came into town, which was good.
Nice.
But I had hand, foot, mouth disease, which sucked. I didn't know officially what it was until, Wednesday, but it was garbaggio. Had sores on my hands and feet and mouth. It wasn't as bad as it is usually for children, but I had to be extra careful with my parents, wear gloves, all that jazz. Not fun for the 4th of July, but it was still a good time. Had a good time with my family, had a good time with my parents, with a good time with my wife, and we were able to make the most of it.
Ooh.
Yeah, and then that was my high/low at the same exact time. Wow. There was some good, there was some bad there, and but overall I came out stronger on the other end. Me and Steph, my wife, came out stronger on the other end as well. So I'm grateful for that.
Man, I really thought hand, foot, and mouth disease where you just started growing hand, feet, and mouths everywhere.
Yeah, that's a real thing.
For me, I gotta say, my high is that it's just been I'd say super busy week. No matter what I've been doing, I feel like I've just had so much stuff going on. It's been crazy. My low, I will say, is my sleep schedule is non-existent. I legit fall asleep and then have an alarm, wake up. Like, I just can't. I've been closing a lot at work, so I have no sleep schedule whatsoever because I come home so either cracked out on caffeine or just existent, you know, watching Love Island. But, and then my Buffalo, I gotta say, is I'm playing in a gaming tournament on Saturday.
For what?
Me and the boys, we do it once every couple months. It's called the DMFA. Stands for the dumbest beep beep alive, and self-censorship, baby, come on. But it's super cool. It's like a 17-hour day. It's gonna be insane.
Jeez.
There's like 10 games. I've gotten last both times we've done it.
What games?
This time we're doing like Repo, Valorant, Marvel Rivals, Fragpunk, Rocket League, like tons of stuff. And
that's fun.
Yeah, it's going to be cracked out. Shout out my boy Chud. He always puts it together. He always does a really great job. So big ups to him. Big ups to him. We would not be able to run without him, and I'm just super grateful to be a part of it. So that is where my Saturday will be going. So.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah. Well, you know what I always say? It's better to be cracked out on caffeine than cracked out on crack. So, amen. Let's pray. All right. Let's dive into the news.
Let's go, baby.
All right, so first up on our docket, The Ghost of Yotei. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that correctly, but the sequel to Ghost of Tsushima is going to be happening tomorrow. Sucks that it didn't happen today, so we could react to it directly. But regardless, we both played Ghost of Tsushima.
Yes.
Both of us, I don't know what your opinions are. I assume we both think that it's a pretty great game.
Yeah, I love that game. That game is really
What
cool.
your expectations, and are you excited for the new one that's going to be coming out?
All I got to say is if he is pronouncing it wrong, cancel him.
Send me to jail.
No, I'm just kidding. I'm actually really excited. I think Ghost of Tsushima was great. I wasn't one of the people who played Ghost of Tsushima on PS4. I did play the definitive edition when I got my PS5 because it came with it. And it's just so much fun. I think graphically, visually, such a great experience. The story was really good, and just even the gameplay itself. Like, it is definitely one of my favorite single-player campaign games I've played for sure. And so I hope this one just lives up to the hype and continues to go the distance.
Yeah, I think it is. I mean, graphically, the first one is one of the most beautiful. This game is going to be, when it comes out, it's going to be considered one of the best looking video games of all time.
Oh, yeah, 100%.
There's no doubt on that. Sucker Punch is a great game developer. The only pushback I've seen is people worried about it being it's a female protagonist, and so people are annoyed with that. Whatever that may be, I mean, like, I don't want it to be dumb. Like, I just want it to be well written. If it's well written characters, if it's well written, if it's smart, if it's well made, then I don't really care about any of the other stuff as long as nothing's blatantly stupid. Like, you know what I mean? Like, there's things, there's movies and TV shows where it's just like, this is dumb, you know?
I think sometimes. Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, you're good. Go ahead.
I think sometimes people just like to dive too deep into that kind of stuff. Like, okay, yeah, it's going to be a female lead, but like. Yeah. Everyone just gets their just panties in a twist because it's like, oh my gosh, it's not a male lead, it's not this, it's not that. It's like, it's going to be okay as long as it's a good story. I don't care who's at the helm of it. Just make it a good game all around.
Yeah, I agree with that 100%. If it's a good game, I don't really care. I think I do have a little bit of frustration with Sony because it seems like Sony is just like hyper focusing on like every like. The last 5 games I feel like they've released, it's a solo, besides God of War, it's been like a female-led character. Yeah. And I understand why people have frustrations with that. I'm with you. I don't really care. I know there's going to be introducing guns into this. My assumption is that the gameplay is going to look fantastic. Sucker Punch, I trust. And I just hope that they're able to live up to it in some way. I know it's set more in the future. But I don't know. Like, Ghost of Tsushima was a really well-crafted game, but it did feel like an Assassin's Creed in a way. It just felt like it's like the best version of an Assassin's Creed. Yeah. So my hope is that this new one, that they're able to venture out in a different way. Because Infamous felt really unique and different. You know, like, it was those were great games. Yeah. I really enjoyed the Sly Cooper series. For this game, whatever it's going to be, I mean, people love Ghost of Tsushima. People think that's Game of the Year. I think when it came out in 2019, people, that's their vote for Game of the Year over, I think it was like up in competition against like Red Dead Redemption and games like that. So
yeah, I think Red Dead 2 actually came out that year.
Yeah, so it might have been 2018, but all that to say, it's a fantastic game, and I assume that they'll live up to it. They've had 4 or 5 years to develop this game, and it's going to be, I'm pretty sure, PS5 exclusive, which is exciting because it's actually going to be like content-wise, like fully built for the PS5. So I'm excited. I think it's going to be great, and I'm really excited to see what the state of play shows and showcases and so on. I hope that the story is able to live up to the first one, because I think the first one had really good stuff.
I just really hope that it's a well-crafted game in itself. Like, I feel like, especially when it comes to state of plays in general, I know I brought this up a little bit ago, but like people hooking onto one thing, that also comes with positives. Like, if they're just hooking onto like, wow, that scene looks really good, or like, wow, this looks really good. Like, I just hope it's well-rounded, and like, I just want a good game overall. Like, I'm not one to like be like, dang, the visuals and everything and key art is so good, but man, this combat mechanics and everything else is so butt cheeks. Like, I really just hope they took the time, dove into it, and made a really balanced game just all around.
I mean, I have no question that Sucker Punch is going to nail that. Like, I really don't. Like, I don't think Sucker Punch will mess this up. From what I've seen, there's been no weird layoffs or no like leadership change. I get it. I mean, like, Intergalactic is another female-led character. Like, I understand why people have some criticism of it. But in the end, if the game is really good and the story isn't, like, very in-your-face political, like, well, I feel like Last of Us 2 was in-your-face political, even though I love that game. Like, I do think that it was in-your-face political. I don't feel like this game is going to be in-your-face political. I think it's hard to be in-your-face political for a Japanese story set in, like, the whatever time period it is.
Yeah.
So, all that to say, I think that no matter what, the gameplay and all those mechanics are going to be great. I just hope that whatever they add, like, from my point of view, everything in Ghost of Tsushima was not different. There was nothing specifically unique. It was like fire arrows. It was like poison things that makes people fight against each other. It was like, it was stuff that like we've seen in other games. And while that's great, and it pretty much nailed all those aspects of it, and the swordplay was super good. It had like Batman-esque combat of combo, parry, block things. I guess it wasn't super Batman, but all that to say, I think it's great. I think it was great, and I assume that this one's going to be great as well. So
yeah, hey, all we can do is hope, and then hopefully tomorrow will be really good too.
Yeah, I'm excited to see it. All right, you want to tackle the next one?
Yeah. So recently, this trailer just came out for the movie called The Running Man, starring Glenn Powell. Matt and I were talking about it a lot, and honestly, I'm super stoked for this movie. I really do love like these one-shot, crazy storyline movies where it's like kind of set in a futuristic-esque, where it's like I don't know. From what I got from the trailer, it's just Glenn Powell trying to get money to get a doctor for his kid. Basically participates in this challenge. Pretty simple stories. My biggest thing is like I feel like I call it the Squid Games effect. Like it's like the crazy game show where it's like, oh, this happens, all that, and all the stuff. So I'm hoping they kind of find their own niche with it. I think Glenn Powell is just pretty good in general when it comes to acting. Last movie I saw with him, Twisters, and the one before that, Anyone But You. Very two different types of settings, rom-com, kind of like a little less rom, a little more calm, and then going into Twisters, which was definitely the like tornado, ain't no love in Oklahoma type beat, so it's like he could really, he's just all around a great actor, so I do think he's gonna kill it in this role. But the trailer really made me feel like some type of way.
Yeah, I mean, this is his first foray into like a full-on action movie. Top Gun Maverick gave you a little taste, but that wasn't a full-on action movie. And then everything else he's done, besides getting his face smashed in by Bane and Batman Dark Knight Rises, which is hilarious. He has a small role in that. All that to say, Edgar Wright is the director, and Edgar Wright is the guy who directed Shaun of the Dead, Hot Fuzz, Scott Pilgrim vs. the World, and other movies. He's had some misses, or movies, I shouldn't say that are misses, but weren't as popular. Yeah. But I think he's going to absolutely nail this. This is his type of movie. The only thing I'm not as big of a fan of is there's a few moments in this trailer where he's like flicking off the screen, or he's just like, bah! And it's just like, we're going, and I'm just like, I don't hate it, but it's just kind of like, all right, but it's based off a book that Stephen King wrote, and so I don't like. The concept of the story, I know is original. Like the original movie that came out in the 80s was Sylvester Stallone, I believe. Or was Arnold Schwarzenegger.
That was Arnold. I think it was Arnold.
Yeah. And that movie apparently was like solid, but it was like totally different. It was just like not based fully off the Stephen King novel. So I think this movie's taking more homage to that. Bless you. Thank you. I love Michael Cera in it.
Yes.
Like the casting is great. The directing and the action all looks really great.
The dude from Shameless.
Yeah, and I have full faith that Glenn Powell is a movie star. Yeah. And so if this is his first foray into a full action movie, dude, I really hope it's a hit, because one, who doesn't love more action heroes? I saw a quote recently that Tom Cruise possibly wants Glenn Powell to take over the Mission Impossible franchise, which is awesome. And I hope we need more of that. We need more movie stars. And Glenn Powell's been awesome. He has not been. He doesn't step into political. He's just an action, good-looking movie star. That's what we need more of. We need great actors who are just like Tom Cruise. Yeah. Just like the other guys that have been like that. Who else is like that? Tom Cruise. Harrison Ford was like that. Just action movie star in great movies. That's what I really want. We want more people like that. And so far, Glenn Powell is batting, really well for that. He's got the perfect look. He's got so much charisma. Every interview I've seen him in, everything I've seen him in, pretty much, he's super charismatic. Yeah. Really likable. I love him in Top Gun Maverick. So
Maverick. Good.
Yeah. All that to say, I think Running Man is going to be a fantastic movie. Like I really do. I have full faith in. It's written by Edgar Wright. It's written by people that are close to him who've written other movies that he's done. I mean, Shaun of the Dead, Hot Fuzz are two of the best comedy/action movies of all time. Yeah. And Scott Pilgrim vs. the World is one of the best comic book adaptations of all time. Yeah. So if this is based off. Yeah, exactly. So if this is based off an adaptation of that, I have no doubt that Running Man is going to be a fantastic movie.
Yeah, I truly think that it's going to be a good one-shot. I don't see it really being like one of those things that's going to get a bunch of sequels.
You keep saying one-shot.
Really hope for a funny theater experience, and I think that it's going to be super good. So
you keep saying one-shot. I have
really high hopes. I'm going to enjoy it.
Yeah, you keep saying one-shot, and I'm like, uh-oh. Is it working?
You said what?
You hear me?
I can hear you now. Yeah, my headset
good.
again.
You keep saying one-shot.
Yeah,
and it's not a one-shot movie. It's like not like.
Oh no! Just for the viewers out there as well too. One shot. I just see it as like a single movie. One and done. Yes. So it's like no sequels, no planned stuff coming up after that. Like it's just gonna be like one done singular thing and that kind of stuff.
Yeah. No, I agree. I agree that it's gonna be. I assume it'd be a one and done unless it makes buku bucks.
Yeah.
But I can't imagine that movie being bad. Yeah. Besides that energy of him being like, blah, middle finger to the screen, but I guess that might be part of the script. So, that might be part of the book. The book might be he's like, F you to the people watching the entire time. So, either way, I think it's going to be a great movie, and I'm excited for it.
Yeah, me too, man. I really think it's going to cook.
All right, the next thing we got here is Superman.
Oh, one more sleep. Which
we're both seeing this weekend.
Yes.
I'm seeing Monday, so it's not this weekend, but you're seeing it tomorrow?
Yes.
Awesome. We are both excited about this movie, and we both have been trying to stay away from reviews, but we've seen a few. And overall, I saw the Metacritic just by a random Instagram post. Yeah. It's doing great. It's supposed to be great. It's not supposed to be like the best thing ever, but it's good. And that's all that we really wanted. We wanted it to be really good. I'm really excited. I'm really pumped. Jeremy, how are you feeling?
Final thoughts going in. Shout out my buddy Max from the Hero Brew podcast. Actually, go check them out. He called me because he got the early Amazon Prime screening. And, man, he was geeked coming out of that theater. Mind you, he is a super big Superman fan. But, bro, it kind of just shot my hopes up because he's also one to know movies. So, like, I'm very big on, like, not just taking the Superman aspect of it, but also the movie aspect. But apparently, it's like I'm feeling good. I'm feeling really good going into this theater experience. My main gripe is I really hope I get a good theater, because that also makes up for half of the experience.
Totally, 100%.
I've only read 2 reviews, but I haven't there's no spoilers. Thank goodness I haven't seen anything. But I am so stoked going into this. I think it is going to be really, really good. I think James Gunn's going to cook. I'm a big James Gunn fan. As you guys know, my number one movie of MCU all time is Guardians 1.
Who is it?
Exactly. Are you?
I am.
Oh, I was also talking to the camera, but yeah, same thing. What are you thinking? What are you feeling?
Yeah, I mean, everything I've seen is good. My expectations are tempered, not in a bad way, just in a way of I know this is going to be the best thing ever, but I'm really excited about the hope-filled love for humanity of this movie. And from what I've heard and understand, them talking about it, James Gunn, Corn Sweat talking about this, I'm really just excited because I think that they're going to nail that aspect of all those things. I don't think this movie needed to be perfect. Iron Man 1 isn't perfect. That kicked off the MCU the MCU universe. It just needs to be solid, and the character needs to be solid. And this, apparently, they nailed that. The Superman is solid. His character is solid. Who he is solid. From my understanding, there's just probably a little bit too much happening. It's very dense, from what I understand. But I don't hate that. You're setting up an entire universe as long as the characters themselves are solid. Yeah. As long as Superman is solid. As long as the main players of this story are solid. Lex Luthor, Superman, and Lois Lane are solid. From which I understand, there's no complaints there. Then I'm going to enjoy this movie. I know I'm going to enjoy it. I know I'm going to have fun with it. I know I'm excited to see it. I'm going to go see it IMAX by myself.
Oh, yeah, me
in
too.
the theater. I'm going to big thing of popcorn. I'm going to dive fully in, and I'm really pumped for us to talk about it. We're going to be reviewing it next week.
It's probably going to be our whole podcast next.
Yeah,
next
week.
week.
we'll do our non-spoiler, and then we'll end with our spoiler on that. But we're really excited. Definitely go see it. If you can find a ticket, go see it. If you have a free day, go see it during the day. It's cheaper, or not cheaper, but it is easier to see it. Try to see it IMAX if you can, and then come and listen. We're really excited to talk to you about it.
I'm really stoked. I think this is probably this one and Fantastic Four, I know, conveniently, 2 movies to kill it this year. So I'm really, really excited.
I'm more excited about this than Fantastic Four.
I'm the opposite.
That's funny. The reason I feel that way is because MCU is the MCU. We've gotten enough. Like I feel if the MCU were to end after Endgame, I wouldn't have hated the world. You know, I really like. And I know we got Spider-Man, and that was fantastic, and so on. But like, I'm okay with where it's at. If they have more amazing story to tell, fantastic. And I am excited about Fantastic Four. But I'm really excited for Superman. I'm excited for something new. I'm excited for a new universe. I'm excited for new characters to get to know, and for new creative voices to have voice in that. And for me, Fantastic Four is just kind of like whatever. What are you laughing at?
If the MCU would have ended after Endgame, I wouldn't have ended up hating the world. That's what I thought he said.
That's kind of what I said.
I was like, oh my gosh,
like,
Frozen villain.
I wouldn't have been like, if they like were like this, we're ending this, and then they revamped it, doing other stuff, focusing on other characters, but a new solid core, I would have been fine with that. They didn't do that. They kept it going, and it feels like they've overstayed their welcome. I hope that they're able. I hope with X-Men and Fantastic Four that it isn't like they're overstaying their welcome. These are like new, awesome, fun characters that we can all get invested in, and I really hope Fantastic Four does that. Like, I really do. I really hope this is another one that's like Metacritic is like 80 to 90 and like is really good, but they need to do it. They need to win me back. They really do. Like, I'm gonna go see that movie, but they need to win me back. I'm excited to see what's it called? I'm gonna watch the Falcon and the Winter Soldier, or the Falcon.
Ooh,
sorry,
good.
The Falcon and whatever the crap it was, the new Captain America movie. and I will watch. I am interested in seeing the new Avengers, whatever the title is, the Thunderbolts. I am excited to see that. But not enough to go see in theaters. Fantastic Four is the first one that I've been like, okay, I want to see this in theaters. Spider-Man, obviously, I'm going to want to see in theaters. So.
Oh yeah, Fantastic Four got me like this.
Stupid. Hold up to number 4.
Well, I mean, I guess honestly, we're talking about Fantastic Four so much, we should just dive into the subject now.
Sure.
It is going to be the beginning of Phase 6. So Phase 5 ended officially with, I believe, Ironheart and Thunderbolts. Ironheart. Oh, man. Ironheart will review another day. I have to finish it. I'm only 3 episodes in.
Oh, my gosh. You're going to end that review with putting a shotgun in your mouth and pulling the trigger 17 times?
Yo, chill. Riri Williams, please be a guest on our podcast.
I will say this. Who's the new villain? Who's Sacha Baron Cohen?
Mephisto.
That is exciting. That's fun.
Yeah.
That's a cool villain. It sucks that it's in that garbage show. But
hey,
anyway,
did you watch it? Did you watch it?
I saw that clip and I was like, this is the best part of the show. I know it already.
Okay, but Fantastic Four is officially the beginning of Phase 6, and with the movie lineups that we have for it, it's looking like it's going to be Fantastic Four, Spider-Man Brand New Day, and then we're going to go straight into Doomsday and Secret Wars. So they're kicking off this phase with a huge jump. So, in all honesty, what do you think? What are your thoughts for this? Like,
I mean, that's really smart. It's really smart to end on a diarrhea on the floor, and then to dive into 2 of the biggest the properties that they have.
Yeah,
which should both be good. I think that Fantastic Four, no matter what, is going to be at least good.
Oh,
I think that no matter what, they're gonna make Spider-Man good. Like, it has to be good. I apparently Hulk's in it. I'm not excited about that because I'm kind of sick of Mark Ruffalo and his Hulk. But if they make it Thor Ragnarok Hulk, if they make it
like Gray Hulk, that's what I've heard.
Dude,
maybe.
You know what's crazy, dude? Hulk is like the centerpiece of both Avengers 1 and 2: Age of Ultron.
Yeah.
The whole entire fight sequence between Iron Man's Hulkbuster and the Hulk is the centerpiece of that movie. It's the most epic sequence of that entire movie. And the most epic aspect of the first one is Hulk. And so it's like they haven't given him the respect that he deserves. No. So if they do that in the new Spider-Man, if they make him and they return him back to his form of a brilliant, amazing Hulk that isn't the smart Hulk, the smart Ruffalo, blah, 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 we don't care about that. We care about awesome Hulk. Mark Ruffalo, Mr. 13 going on 30, have a good day to you. No, but all that to say, I actually really like him in that. He's also in the Ghost, like my ghost wife died, whatever, with Reese Witherspoon. Anyway, all that to say, I think that if they return Hulk back into his form of being this epic, awesome, big action, like this scary, like you're scared of him. You're scared of what he's going to do because he can't control himself. Return him back to that. something needs to happen. He needs to return back to his form where he's at war with with Bruce Banner, where there's not necessarily at war, but there is this thing. There's this dynamic that's brilliant and interesting and fun, and like we need that. We need that kind of stuff. We need a return of that Hulk, and if you can do that within a Spider-Man story, where Spider-Man coactively is trying to get back in love with Mary Jane and build that relationship and all those things, with him trying to be Spider-Man as we know him, where he's not known by anybody and he's building relationships and he's balancing his life and wanting to do college and this, then I'm in. I am 100% in if they're able to nail that. Yeah. But they have to nail that. But I think it's smart, all that to say, to kick off Phase 6 with those two movies and then to jump into the Avengers movies. Because if they do that, they will win me back, and I will be excited for those movies. Yeah.
2 questions. Is this movie going to be in New York?
I think it better be.
Please, for the love of God.
Yeah, it better be. Because the third one, New York isn't a character, and the second one, New York isn't a character. They're in London.
Second one, they're in London,
So if they need to return to home, they need to, and I think it will be. I think there's no chance that they're going to not do that. Because in Homecoming it is, and for a lot of people, Spider-Man Homecoming is the best Spider-Man story, or one of the best Spider-Man stories because of that.
I do like Spider-Man Homecoming a lot. But
me too.
Also, I don't know if you saw the casting for this. John Bernthal's Punisher is also going to be in this movie.
Interesting. Yeah. It should be small town. The Hulk is going to be bigger, you know. Like, I'm okay with it being bigger stakes, but it doesn't need to be as big of stakes as Strange as, you know, No Way Home was. Like, No Way Home was like, the stakes are the end of the world.
No Way Home was Doctor Strange going...
Yeah, exactly. Like, so it needs to be like, oh, this is like small town feel.
Yeah, I want to see friendly neighborhood Spider-Man.
Yeah, we all do.
The Hulk is killing America.
Yeah.
Save it. But no, also...
he's killing Brooklyn.
I really do think going into Fantastic Four that this movie is going to be super good. The cast is also... they're on their kind of like press tour. They just went to Belgium, and just their synergy is so good. It's so... Oh, notice how I did 4 fingers apiece? But their synergy is just so good. Pedro Pascal, cast him in anything. Cast him as my father in real life.
Hulk in the more. The synergy of the green squid shooting lasers. Marvel Rivals. Synergizing.
Cast can have synergy, man. Damn. Ebon Moss-Bachrach took a...
Punisher and Rocket Raccoon synergy.
Ebon Moss-Bachrach took a break from cooking in the kitchen to be in Orange Rock. And I really think, like, especially going into Doomsday and going into everything, that they're going to do a really good job. And hopefully, if James Gunn's DCU does really kick off the way we think it's going to kick off this year, the third act for Doomsday hasn't been slated. So what I'm thinking is they're kind of seeing how everyone else is cooking up in the pot, seeing what they could do to, like... I think they're a little worried that Superman is going to cook. So they don't want to lose. Happen? Superman should be in Avengers Doomsday.
No. What should happen is that they should... Dude, this would be incredible.
Okay.
So the Avengers movies happen. All that stuff happens. Great. Yeah. They're good. All that stuff. They need to set up a Marvel versus DC. There's not a better time after Robert Downey Jr. and all that stuff ends. They're going to want to continue it. They're not going to want to revamp it. They're just going to want to keep moving forward.
Yeah,
they need to set up DC versus Marvel.
Ooh,
what better time than in like this would be in like what 10 years probably. Like it would be 8 to 10 years.
That'd be 34.
Yeah, I know. But realistically, like when is the Avengers movies coming out? 2077, 2028?
Yeah, no. Doomsday comes out next year, and then Secret Wars comes out the year after that.
Okay, so realistically, 7 to 10 years is when this movie could possibly happen. But if the Avengers movies happens, DC is essentially established. There's Superman. There's probably a sequel to Superman, and then there's Batman movie, and there's a few other movies that happen where they're setting things up. Wonder Woman's recast. What better time than to officially set that up? Where, I mean, those would be the biggest movies of all time. They'd be up there as some of the best movies if they set it up properly. If they set it up properly and they set it up well, and they figured out the money portion of these types of things. They've done it in the past. Marvel versus DC's happened. James Gunn obviously has a great relationship with Marvel. There's no doubt that him and Kevin Feige could work on something together to eventually do that. In my opinion, that would be the smartest thing for both of them to do. To do something down the road where that eventually happens. I think James Gunn being over DC is the main reason why that could happen. Those movies would make billions of dollars. And they'd be epic. I like that. Stories would be awesome. And if they could somehow figure it out, it would be quite incredible. Yeah. And I think that needs to happen. So all that to
Real say, question. I know who's bridging the gap and writing the script already. Riri Williams.
Who the heck is that? Ironheart?
Ironheart.
Get that garbage out of here.
Dude, we're getting Riri Williams and Mark Ruffalo on the podcast.
I'm going to poop my pants on the podcast.
Okay.
Like, right now.
Hey, all I gotta say is if Fantastic Four pops off, I will be showing up to the review episode dressed as the Thing, fully painted orange.
All right, sweet. I'll dress up as Reed Richards. It'd be really hard for me. I was wearing blue shirt.
Let's just say it's so good that Vanessa Kirby got pregnant in real life to really invigorate the character.
That's awesome.
She's pregnant.
That's perfect.
She really has Franklin Richards. Pedro Pascal.
What a slut.
No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. That's crazy.
That's funny.
Don't cancel us. We're 5 episodes deep. We're a newborn.
I love the casting for Fantastic Four. I will say that.
Yeah, Joseph Quinn might be my baby mama.
I don't know about Joseph Quinn yet. I love him.
You love Joseph Quinn.
I love him in Stranger Things. Everything else he's kind of been whatever. All right, let's dive into the next one. All right, so Rockstar tweeted a cryptic teaser this week hinting at a second GTA 6 trailer. Fans speculate a focus on Jason's side of the story after Lucia headlined the first. If that would happen, that would be really exciting. Every trailer that's come out from GTA has set the world on fire.
Yeah.
Dude, we need to talk about our expectations for GTA 6. Obviously, we'll talk about it more coming up, but I'll go first if you want.
Yeah, I think honestly you probably have a better connection to these games because of all the past episodes.
The reason being is Rockstar is the best game developer of all time. They are the best open world game developer of all time. I've watched multiple videos on YouTube watching and understanding how they came about being who they became. And the Hauser brothers were always wanting to push the foundations of video games further. The understanding of what it could be, storytelling, everything. So they changed everything in the early 2000s. There's GTA 3, Vice City, and San Andreas. They changed everything. They changed the atmosphere, the entire world in regards to gaming. And then when GTA 5 came out, it was one of the best-selling games of all time. When Red Dead Redemption came out, it was one of the most detailed, most well-told stories. In my opinion, Red Dead Redemption 2 is a top 5 best stories told in any medium. Any medium. Yeah. Books, movies, TV shows, video games. It's top 5 all time. It's up. Shut your mouth. So all that to say, it's one of the Hauser brothers, the guy who was the lead writer of the game, left, and so did a few other writers, and that's a big deal. That will affect the story of GTA 6. So my expectations for the story of GTA 6 are not as high as something like Red Dead Redemption or even something like GTA 5. But that doesn't change the fact that one of the Hauser brothers is still there, and the expectations I have for that game are through the roof in regards to the graphical detail, the story, the world detail, and the open world detail itself.
Yeah.
Those things need to be top notch. They need to be 10 out of 10. Even if the story is a 5, if the world and the character detail and the creativity and the freedom they give you are a 10 out of 10 or a 9 out of 10 on some of those factors, this will be one of the best games of all time.
Yeah.
Red Dead Redemption 2 came out in 2017, and it is still one of the best looking games and one of the best graphical detailed, story detailed, like just details within the world ever in any video game ever created. It looks better than games that are coming out right now, and it came out on the last gen consoles. Yeah. This is going to be probably the only game that Rockstar releases on this current this console generation. Yeah. They basically release one game every console generation. So this game is going to have to set a precedent on what it looks, what games should look like, what is possible, what details look like, and what over $2 billion, which is apparently the budget, can affect on a video game. And the online function of this game needs to be world-changing. It needs to be role-playing-esque. It needs to be life-changing for people who are playing online video games. Yeah. GTA 5 is a marvel, an incredible video game, and it came out in 2013, and it has lasted 12 years.
Yeah.
Online play, role-playing, everything has lasted 12 years. This game, there's not going to be another GTA sequel for at least another 10 years, my assumption being. Yeah. That means that the online function of this game needs to be incredible, and the freedom they give you needs to be incredible, and it needs to last 10 to 15 years realistically. Ooh. The next one that comes out will probably have to have some sort of VR integration on some new technology, because realistically, that's where technology is heading. So all that to say, this game needs to have a life cycle that lasts a long time. And so my expectations are through the roof. And I expect this to be one of the best games ever made. If it's not the best story of all time, that's fine. But if the details and the worlds are incredible, I expect it to be absolutely fantastic.
Yeah.
What say you, Jeremy?
You kind of just took all the words out of my mouth. I'm not going to lie. GTA just is one of those games that I think you have to hit it on the head. It just has so much relying on it that if it sucks, I would hate to be the guy making that game, because you have millions and millions of people waiting years. And I mean, you said one console generation, we didn't even get one for the PS5. They had to remake GTA 5 for it. So we're waiting two console, life sequences. And I genuinely think that this game, if this game is solid, it might be one of the greatest games of all time. Just because the story and everything, like even the trailers look so good, the graphics look so good, and like I think on the next gen engine that we have cooked up right now, especially utilizing PC and utilizing all the new features for technology and stuff, I genuinely think they're gonna knock this game out of the water. I think there's gonna be some sort of like AI thing in multiplayer where you're able to actually have like real conversations with the NPCs being AI and stuff like that. Just to, like you said, integrate the next 10, 15 years of stuff like that. Because if they knock it out of the park now, all they have to do is little small fixes and updates as technology kind of grows throughout the next couple of years. But if it sucks, they're going to just be playing catch-up. Like, they're going to be playing catch-up because if technology is where we're at right now, I can only imagine 5 years down the line now, I'm probably going to be able to have someone standing behind me that's like a Force ghost. Like, I'm probably going to have, like, Qui-Gon's Force ghost behind me 5 years in on this podcast. And it's going to be insane. But, like, GTA...
Talk about Ironheart, Jeremy. Talk about Ironheart.
Riri Williams. No, but I'm really stoked. I think that I wasn't allowed to play GTA back in the day. GTA 5 was my first GTA. Oh yeah, okay, you said I'm sneaking on the game. No, I'm super excited to like finally be able to play one through its life cycle. I think GTA 6 is gonna be a lot of fun with the homies. It's gonna bring back a lot of the Xbox party chats like we were talking in last week's episode, and it's just gonna cook. And I'm actually mostly excited for this game to see your reaction, because if it makes you happy, then I'm gonna shake my cheeks.
It's definitely up there as my most anticipated video game. I'm excited. I'm really like, it's like that. Here's the other thing, and I'll end with this.
Yeah,
it's going to be a holiday.
Oh yeah,
there are going to be millions of people that call out of work. There's going to be people who don't play video games who buy a console to play this game.
Yeah,
it is going to change the fabric of society for at least a week, and that's nuts. That it's an event. And there's certain events that happen. The Minecraft movie was an event for a lot of young people. The MCU trilogy, or the MCU, like the ending of Endgame was an event. Infinity War was an event. Oppenheimer was an event. These are all events. Yeah, Barbenheimer. These are all events. This is going to be an event.
Yeah.
When the game comes out, it's an event. I don't think online's going to launch day one, but when online launches, it's going to be an event. It is going to shape our social media, our society, even people talking about it, being like, there's content in this game that's bad. You could do this, do that. Like, it's going to shape things. And so I'm just excited to see that. I'm excited to see how it impacts the world at large. I'm excited to see what countries ban the game for whatever reason. Like that's happened. So it's like, it's going to be a really interesting feat, and I'm just excited to get my hands on it. And the online function of that game, I think, is going to be incredible. The world itself, everything we've seen. If the new trailer comes out, it's going to set the world on fire, just like each one of the other ones has had. And I'm excited to see more about Jason. I hope they show more about his side of the story, because it'll be really fun and exciting. Because what's his backstory? Lucia was in prison. What was Jason doing? So on.
Flipping patties.
It's going to be awesome. That'd be hilarious if he was like a fry cook. That'd be a good backstory. That'd be fun. All right. Yeah. We're ready to dive into our big subjects of this
week. 40 minutes in. I'm ready.
Let's do it, baby boy. All right, brother. We're starting off with the best single-player campaign. I know you have a few. Let's start with one each, and then we'll go from there.
Yeah. Okay. I'm going to hit you with something real nice.
Real nice.
My best single-player campaign game on this list, number one. I'm starting with number one because I don't have all time to dive into the other topics because we have other stuff going on. God of War, the 2018 remake, 100%. That game is what got me back into single-player campaign games for my multiplayer madness that I've only played multiplayer games for so long. Man, that story's so good. Everything about that story just makes me so hyped. And, like, I've always been a fan of Greek mythology and mythology in general. And playing a lot of the God of War games growing up, they really took this one and just grabbed it by the nuts and squeezed it. It is so good. And, like, it is just so much fun. Like, the boss fights are fun. The traveling's fun. The combat system is so much fun. And just, like, watching freaking Kratos and, my gosh, the son's name, Atreus. Him just, like, boy. Like, it is, like, it was, like you said, a global phenomenon. I think this game coming back and being announced when State of Flair, or it was, I think, maybe Comic-Con.
E3. It's epic.
Watching that video again, because I just rewatched it again recently, everyone in that room exploded. Like, it was insane. Also, RIP E3, bro. Man, E3 was really something for its time. Yeah. But it is one of my favorite single-player games of all time, if not my favorite single-player game of all time, also followed by Ragnarok. I really hope we get a third one. I think it's going to be a lot of fun if we get a third one, maybe focused a little more on Atreus, because he does leave. Ooh.
That's what people guess.
Hope so. I think it'd be cool. But even with being with the Norse gods last time was that game was so much fun. But yeah, what about you, man? How you feeling?
Yeah, honestly, that was near my top.
Let's go.
That might have been one of the ones I would have said. I'll agree with you, and I'll share my thoughts on it. And then I'll share what I would say is up there as one of my number ones as well, or top three at least. Yeah, God of War is fantastic. I mean, honestly, God of War 2018 is one of the best stories. Yeah. It's so good. They came out the same year as Red Dead Redemption, and it's wild that it's on the same playing field, but it is. Yeah. Red Dead's is gonna be my number one, and I'll talk about that in a moment. But God of War was truly fantastic. The pacing of it, the style, the fact that it's all one shot is really impressive. It really is all one shot. If you don't die once, it's all one shot. So I mean that. I know the loading is like you're kind of running through like this little like kind of like cloudy state of like whatever it is, but the storytelling, how they share it, how they show it, you know, the epic action sequences, dude. Like the first fight sequence with Baldur, when you're fighting and you're both holding hands and you're both pushing against each other, and it cracks the entire map. It cracks the world. So like you're both holding, it breaks the ground, and dude, it's so brilliant that after that fight sequence, you're literally climbing through the ground that was broken because you two were fighting. They really showcase the fighting aspect of people, of two gods fighting, and what it would do to the landscape. But there's other fantastic moments, you know, when you're at the top of the tower and you get what's his name, the head that you cut off, and you put it on Amir, and just like that whole sequence where you go flying through like the Bifrost and you're fighting with Baldur, and you're both in hell, the frosty landscape for a long time. You're both like navigate. Dude, that game is incredible. The pacing is incredible. The writing is incredible. It's funny. It's smart. It's dark. Baldur is a great villain. Yeah, he's fantastic. Freya is a perfect addition to that story. Mm-hmm. Her being the mother of Baldur.
Shout out my cat Freya.
Yeah, like all those aspects of the fights, all those aspects of the drama at play, all those aspects of Kratos learning how to become a father, learning how to forgive, learning how to end Baldur, what that leads to in Ragnarok. it's truly a fantastic 2 games. Yeah. And in my opinion, 2018 is one of the best games ever made. But my number 1 is Red Dead Redemption. Red Dead Redemption 2 is, like I just said, it's a top 5 best stories told in any medium possible.
Yeah.
It is a game that truly marks incredible storytelling, but also it goes deeper than simply just good storytelling. Mm-hmm. The morality in play, the faith in play. Did you ever beat Red Dead Redemption 2, Jeremy? Okay, that's nuts. You need to do it, but it's a big commitment. But I'll share some moments. I mean, it really is about redemption.
Yeah.
It's about being a horrible person. You are a horrible person. Horrible things take place. And the redemption that takes place over the course of time, of mm-hmm. repenting, of overcoming of facing death yourself. And there's a moment in that game where you talk to this nun, and it depends on what you did in the story, but you talk to this nun, and you're the main character, and all this horrible things have happened to you. And he has this moment where she's like, what does you afraid? Or the nun is talking to you, and he's like, I'm afraid to die. And I'm like, he just opens up, and it is so impactful, especially because you've been living and being with this character for 60 to 70 hours at this point. Yeah. It's truly incredible. Red Dead Redemption 2, the story, the writing, the composition of the music, how he goes out, depending on how you played it, how he redeems himself by his actions, by how he cares for people, by what he ends up doing, is truly some of the most impactful things I've ever experienced in any medium of any storytelling. Mm-hmm. And it deserves the hype. And I don't think that if anybody who's actually fully played that game through and beaten it would disagree that it's one of the top 5 stories told in any medium.
Yeah.
It is brilliant. It is incredible writing. And it captures more than Red Dead Redemption 1 and more than any other game I've ever seen or movie or TV show. Mm-hmm. It captures what it is to be redeemed. It captures what it is to be evil and be a bad person and to overcome that.
Yeah.
And to do right by others and to step into a state of being sacrificial for the safety and for the love of other human beings. And I just, there's nothing else that's on that level. And Red Dead Redemption 2 truly it impacted me. It's impacted every person I've known who's played it. And it's easy for me to talk about because of how incredibly powerful it is as a story.
I'm excited to run through it.
Yeah, you really need to, dude. You really need to. I
think it's on Game Pass.
I don't know if it is, but either way, dude, it's cheap on computer. You can get it on computer for like $10 or $15.
I'll run it.
Time. You need to, dude. It's incredible. Download a few mods where you can like roll some guns on your fingers, or but so cool. But more than that, like, dude, just play through that game. It is incredible. It's one of the best stories I've ever told in any medium. I think it's number 1. It's better than any other story I've ever seen in it. And Last of Us 1 was up there for me. Last of Us 2 is in the top 10, but it's better.
My other ones were Spider-Man PS4, Alan Wake, and a bunch of other games up there too.
Spider-Man PS4 is fantastic.
Oh, Spider-Man PS4 is peak.
It's so good. I like it way more than the second one too.
Yeah,
story-wise at least. Mm. All right, love it.
Cool. Well, hey, what's the grand finale of what we're doing today? What you got?
All right. Well, we got most overrated and most underrated games of all time. Let's start off with most overrated. Jeremy, you want to kick us off?
I'm going to get a lot of flack for this. That's okay.
Red Dead Redemption 2.
Just kidding. My most overrated game of all time is League of Legends. All right. That game is ridiculously meat-ridden. Like, I get it. It's cool. It's everything. But people are die-hard, like, this is the greatest game to ever exist in the entirety of the world. And it's just not it for me. We've been playing it for our tournament for DMFA. And I've been trying to, like, get good at it. I don't know if it's just because I'm bad at it. But, dude, that game does not live up to the hype in my eyes whatsoever. It is so unbelievably, like, mid that I just... Maybe it's because I suck. I don't know. But, like, it's also just, like, it's just not it for me, bro. Like, I don't understand the hype. I don't understand how everyone is so like, invested into it. Because, like, Trust me, love Riot Games. Love them to death. Sorry, I had to hold back in a yawn. I am a Valorant meat rider till the day I die. I love Valorant. Keep pushing out content. Keep pushing out everything. That's one of my favorite games of all time. But when it comes to League, it's not my cup of tea. And I really think that it is super, super like oversaturated and just over given, you know?
Yeah. I think League of Legends is fantastic, but I do think that it is one of those games that is like it's very toxic. From my understanding, it's super, super duper toxic. I love League of Legends. I've had really good times with it. You just have to find your right character and dive into it.
Yeah.
But it has an insane amount of hype. People really love it. My most overrated game of all time is Skyrim.
Oh.
I'll just show Skyrim. It's pretty simple. It's one of those games that is like, it is just so hyped. Like, people love that game. I think it's a great game. Like, I do think it's fantastic. But it has been talked about for so long. People love that game so much. And, like, playing remastered Oblivion, I'm like, I actually like Oblivion more than Skyrim. Like, I like the freedom in Oblivion more. I like the fact that it's in this remastered state. I'm like, this is more intriguing story to me. Skyrim's story's always kind of been whatever to me. The whole dragon thing. I just think that game is just massively overhyped. I've spent probably 60 to 100 hours into that game. I know a lot of people spent thousands of hours on the game.
Yeah.
I don't think a game can be made good simply by mods. And I think that the reason that game has such a long shelf life is because of mods. You can modify and do all these things. I've seen people play VR Skyrim.
Ooh.
That's pretty freaking epic. That's pretty awesome.
That sounds
and
cool.
if Skyrim had co-op, which I know they've added that mod too, I'd be more into it too. But yeah, I think Skyrim is just incredibly overhyped, and the fact that they've like re-released it on a billion consoles. I think they re-released it on a fridge. So if you want to play it on a fridge, you can play it. But
what?
No, but on a smart fridge. No, but I just think that game is just like, it's talked about in gaming circles as just this monumental masterpiece of everything. Yeah. And it's like, yeah, it's great. Like, it's a really good RPG.
Yeah.
But the story isn't groundbreaking or world-changing in any major way. And I don't know. I just feel like Fallout 3 is a more impressive game than Skyrim is. I feel like Fallout New Vegas is a more impressive game than Skyrim. And in terms of just story and like world building and all those things. And there's mods for those games too. And yeah, I mean, maybe it's recency bias, but I've liked Oblivion more than I've liked Skyrim in my time that I've played with that. So that's all I have to say about that. But Skyrim, to me, in my opinion, is way overrated.
Yeah, I mean, I barely have played Skyrim, so I'm not going to lie to you.
All right, perfect. All right, what about you? What's your most underrated game?
My most underrated game of all time. This was a really hard one to think about. But just thinking back to like the good old days again of my single player campaigns, Ratchet and Clank, bro. I think Ratchet.
You're gonna get so much flack. Nobody's like, that's underrated.
No. I'm kidding. No, but I'll go with my second answer then. Sunset Overdrive.
That's a good one.
Sunset Overdrive is super fun. The combat system and everything in that, especially the graphics and all that jazz, like it is so good. I do feel like it died off pretty quickly though. Like I got all the hype from the trailers, I got all the hype from everything. That's one of the reasons I got an Xbox One. I'm not gonna lie to you, because I was so excited to play Sunset Overdrive. And yeah, I just really wish they would have given me a little more like. Give me a sequel, maybe anything like that, like more like diving deeper into the game itself. But
didn't sell well.
Yeah, it just really didn't do well for what I thought it was going to be, and I mean, which kind of sucks. But hopefully, maybe in the future we can get a little bit of a twist on it, maybe something like even better. I just like the goofiness of it. Like I like how it's just like, I can swing on a crowbar and just shoot these gooey mother boys, and like just have a casual good time with it. So. And Ratchet & Clank is underrated. I don't even care what anyone says. Captain Quark is my goat. Hey, I don't hear nobody talking about it.
That original trilogy sold millions of copies. People love those games.
Oh yeah.
I think I think Sunset Overdrive is a great choice. So that game is
my second.
Massively underrated. It's the same team that developed the new Spider-Man game. So it's like they were really
Insomniac,
talented,
baby.
Really great developers. Really great game.
Yeah.
Super undersold. Nobody talked about it enough. Mine is actually a classic. Came out in like 2008, called The Saboteur.
Ooh.
It was made by Pandemic Games.
I played that. On PlayStation 3. Yeah.
Yeah, it's made by the same team that did the Battlefront games. This is, I think, their last game ever.
Wow.
But that game was really creative and I think really brilliant and was not given enough love. Yeah. So it was set in like 1940s France, and the Nazis are trying to take over, and the game is black and white until you free areas, and then color would return to the areas that you freed.
Yeah.
And it's not a perfect game by any means, but it should have sold better than it did. And maybe it's just the name and the time period, but the way it was developed, it was an open world, third-person action parkour game where you could climb up buildings and do things like that. Set in the 40s, which is a really interesting time period for France. Maybe it was set in the late 1930s.
Yeah.
And the music, the vibe, the action, the gameplay, the story, all of it was really great. Yeah. And it's a game that's just not talked about enough, and it's also a game that I think that if it would have sold well, Pandemic would still be in existence, and possibly would have made a Battlefront 3. Like, if that game sells well and it was actually sold based off the quality of the game itself, I think that would have changed the landscape of gaming for the 2010s. Because Pandemic closed down. Most of that's EA's fault. EA liked to close down companies that made incredible video games after one dud. But that game was fantastic. Pandemic was a really great game studio. Another honorable mention for them as well was Mercenaries. Mercenaries 1 and 2. 2 I didn't play as much. It was like open world destructible environments. Yeah. But Mercenaries 1... I think sold pretty well. It was a fantastic game. Incredible composition. I think Michael Giacchino did the composition, who's the guy who did the incredible soundtrack and like other stuff. He was such a good composer, and he composed a lot of video games. That game was awesome because you were basically a mercenary. You would get hired by like Russia or China or like USA or random like things in an open world map, and then you could control like a troop of like 4 people, and you could like try to help different factions, and you could choose who you chose. Anyway, that's another honorable mention. I think that game sold pretty well, but that was also made by Pandemic.
Honestly,
Pandemic was such a good game development company. The Battlefront games were so good, and then being closed down was a travesty. EA needs to suck an egg. So, yeah. Did you have an honorable mention?
Honorable mention, I don't know if it was very underrated. I just feel like I never really heard a lot of people talk about it.
Ratchet & Clank.
Ratchet & Clank again. L.A. Noire. I never played that game. I love that game. That game was a lot of fun.
That game sold actually pretty well.
I just wish we got a second one. I really wish we got a second one because that game was super fun. I played it on the PlayStation 3 with my dad a lot, but thinking about it now, like I just saw it recently on the Nintendo Switch store, and I was like, man, that game was so much fun to play.
Yeah, it's a fun one. I think one more deserves a little bit of love. It did sell okay, but dude, Titanfall 2.
Oh, yeah.
Titanfall 2 is one of the best first-person shooters ever made.
That game was fun.
And it really, like design-wise, action-wise, the online like multiplayer is one of the best games, like best multiplayer video games ever
I played the crap out of it, yeah.
And it did not get enough love. Like it didn't get the hype that a lot of other games did. It's funny, Apex Legends did, because it's the same development team and it's the same universe.
It's literally the same thing, basically.
Titanfall 2, dude, was like when you dabbled in that game was so much fun, dude. It was so fun to like call down your Titan. It's so fun to like grapple hook around and shoot people in the head. Yeah. That game for a multiplayer game to deserve some hype that did not go viral or get big or anything like that. If they came out with a Titanfall 3, released a beta, marketed it well, that game would do well if it was a successor to Titanfall 2. So.
Honestly, another underrated game, GTA 5.
Shut up. Ratchet & Clank.
Hey, what are you playing? What are you watching?
Yeah, so I am currently playing. What am I? I'm still playing Kingdom Come Deliverance.
Hello Kitty Island Adventure.
No, I'm still playing Kingdom Come Deliverance. It's losing me a little bit. I need to get back into it. I need to get invested.
Yeah.
Because I stopped for a bit, and it's hard to come back to a game after you stop for a little bit. But I wanna be in that world. I wanna beat games. I'm sick of playing games and not beating them. You know what I'm saying? I really want to start playing Death Stranding 2, but I need to buy it and all that stuff. But I do want to try it.
Play that game so bad.
But anyway, Kingdom Come Deliverance. I played Rematch, Marvel Rivals. I'm excited for the new characters coming. as well as that's pretty much it. And then I've been watching. I watched a few of the Bond movies with my parents over the weekend.
Okay.
So Skyfall I rewatched. Nice. Great movie. It's not as good as Casino Royale.
No.
But it's very good. It's a really good Bond movie. And then I saw the end of the Daniel Craig's last movie, which was Live or Die Another Day.
Yeah.
Which I had already seen in theaters. And yeah, I think that 70% of that movie is good and the last 30% suck. I think that there's some really great elements. I think that it's dumb in multiple moments. There's a lot of like jokes in that movie that suck.
Yeah.
That like there's a moment where like the 007 who's a black woman, the Russian scientist. This is straight up. The Russian scientist at the end of that movie is like, "We could end your race." So he's just a Russian scientist who's like, "I'm going to end the black race." And it's like, what? And then she's like, "You know what time it is? Time to die." And she kicks him into like acid. And it's like, what the heck just happened? It's the stupidest thing in the world.
Bro.
It's dumb to say, "You know what time it is? Time to die." Kicks him into acid. It's also really stupid that this Russian scientist all of a sudden at the end is like, "I don't like black people." And it gets kicked into... It's just like the stupidest thing. It's like, okay, great. I'm glad that they made this evil Russian scientist racist at the last moment to the black character.
Bro's last words were racism.
It's the stupidest thing in the world. And then there's another moment where Daniel Craig is fighting a guy who has like electronic like cyber eye.
Yeah.
And he uses his watch that has like an EMP thing that makes his eye explode. And then Daniel Craig's like talking to Q and he's like, "Yeah, I just showed him your watch. It blew his mind." It's like, shut up. Oh, it's dumb. Like, we don't need that ish. That's so stupid.
But yeah.
Anyway, those are two really dumb things, and I just don't like the ending of that movie. Yeah. I don't mind, spoiler alert, that they take that Daniel Craig and all, James Bond ends up dying and all those things. I don't mind that. Just the way that they did it, it's not good, in my opinion. I don't think it's a good ending. And spoiler alert, anyway.
James Bond is dead.
That's it. And then what else have I been watching? I've been watching The Bear.
Nice.
The first 2 episodes of The Bear is great, and then the 3rd or 4th episode, I was like, this is stupid. Bear is pissing me off.
What season are you on?
Because it's what?
What season are you on? New
Season 4.
Okay.
Yeah, the first 2 episodes are great. It's like, okay, we're building, and then it jumps back to like at the time. It's super slow. It's just like slow and lame. And there's an episode dedicated to Sydney, who is the chef, who's the black female chef.
Yeah, she's great.
And the whole entire episode is just dumb. It's all about her wrestling with her deciding to go to be a chef for this other restaurant or not.
Yeah.
And it's like, dude, it's at 45 minutes of like, this was all wasted time. Like, the story doesn't move at all. It's just her wrestling with it. And it's like, you could have done this in 2 minutes. You could have done this in a 2-minute scene.
I will say the
episode after that is like lame too. It's just like not enough is happening. The show is too slow. It's like they're stretching the time, and it's like, I don't care. Like, and the performances are great. The way it's filmed is fantastic. The aspects of food are really good. But it's like, why in the world is Carm still fighting with his cousin? It's been like a year. Get over yourselves. Work through your ish. And it's just, it feels like the director / writer has like taken a story plot and is just like, I'm gonna stretch this as far as it could possibly go.
Yeah.
And it's like, why is there 4 seasons of the show when they could be everything happening in this season could be compacted into the 3rd season?
Yeah, I agree.
I still love the directing. I still love the food sequences. I still love the soundtracks. I hate how much they're stretching things out.
They just got a season 5 too.
I still want to keep watching it, but it's like, this isn't good. Well, there isn't a season 5 yet.
It got confirmed.
Yeah, but they're filming it. And it's like, dude, let's go. Let's actually tell a story. Stop stretching this out. Like, I don't need a 25-minute sequence of some random music playing over somebody cooking scallops.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's what I'm watching. That's what I'm playing. What are you watching, playing?
Man, I love The Bear. Now I'm thinking about The Bear.
I think it's great, dude. The first 2 seasons of that show are 2 of my favorite seasons of a show. The last 2 seasons have been weak, but go ahead.
Yeah. Love Island's finale is this week or next week. It still got me in a chokehold, bro. It's just so it's so good.
Respect.
I've been playing. I'm actually almost on the final boss of Cuphead. That game's been super fun. Playing that and playing a lot of Mario Kart. Practicing. I've been playing a lot of Repo, Marvel Rivals, League. I've been playing League a lot and trying to get good at it. I'm just so bad. Ratchet and Clank. I've been playing every single morning after I wake up.
Nice.
No, I was joking. Just trying to redeem myself. But yeah, man, just playing a bunch of stuff whenever I get the chance. Just been working a lot. What I've been watching, besides Love Island, I've been watching a lot of like old superhero movies. Just rewatched the Guardians of the Galaxy movies. So good. Tonight, actually, after we're done with the pod, I'm going to rewatch James Gunn's Suicide Squad. Because I really, really just want to get myself amped up for tomorrow. Peacemaker is really good too. And yeah, man, I've just kind of been on a kick of anything I can get on my screen. But I do need to watch The Bear season 4. I've seen a bunch of clips on TikTok, so I'm excited. But I like slower paced shows like that, so I don't know. I'll have to get back to you next week.
Yeah, it's not bad. It's the first 2 episodes are great. I'm like, okay, it's actually like moving, and there's like all the characters. It feels like this is what exactly it feels like in one with this. It feels like all the actors couldn't be there, like, to film everything because they're all doing different projects right now. Yeah. And so they have to stretch it out as much as possible. And it's like, that sucks. Like, it does. Like, just make it 4 episodes. Make the season 6 episodes. And compact them and make them really good. I don't get the thought process, and that's frustrating. But it's not a bad show. It's losing me. Like, it's going from an incredible quality from the first 2 seasons. Like, the second season is one of the best seasons of TV. And it has 2 to 3 of the best episodes I've ever seen of any TV show ever. Like, it's fantastic. Third season, not one episode was that good. Fourth season, every episode's kind of been fine. It's been like, this is good, but like not great. And like some of them are like, this is dumb. So anyway, that's my thoughts on that.
Well,
perfect. Yeah.
That's the podcast, everyone. Thank you for joining us. Episode 5. We will be again back next week with our Superman reviews. This is going to be a Superman podcast. Get super stoked, get super excited. This is going to be one of our first, like, very much dedicated solely to that review, and I'm really excited to see what you guys think. Please keep running up the TikTok, run up the IG, run up all that stuff. We really love having you guys here. And Matt, where can these lovely people find you when you're not here?
Yeah, Matt's Foodie Eats, MATTSFOODIEEATS.
Yeah.
That's the number one thing that I'm trying to build up and do. And please go support me if you like food. I do fast foods. I do restaurants. I do local restaurants. I try to do everything. I'm up over 4,000 followers, which is incredible. And my goal is to get to 10K by the end of next month. And my goal after that is to the moon. So please go give me a follow and like there. I'd appreciate it.
That's my guy. And for me, you can just find me here, PERMABANTERIN. Main goal is really just growing this podcast, growing it up. I really enjoy what we get to do here. But also you can find me on Twitch occasionally. You can find me on TikTok, chunk.tv. And that's been us. Thank you for bantering with us. And we'll see you for a super episode next week.